his hits were almost carves, or they were. And Medina sort of did a power hit to carve out of that move. Here we go, Yago. This is his last shot at it. 40 seconds to go after a 9.34. Clean start, but needs more. Needs real fireworks on this final section to get the number. He's going to go to the air, loads up, finds the section, gets the grab, he's going to stick it.
And up until that point, it was sort of like we knew he had to do everything right on this wave because it wasn't one of the biggest waves. And he did everything right on it. Just beautiful surfing on the backhand. At this point, he's just going, okay, what can I do here? And screams down the line.
Oh my gosh.
What's the grab called?
Ridiculous.
Indie backside 4-0? Like,
yeah. Just incredible. Break it down, Cross.
I mean, he surfed the wave great, and to be able to do that on that type of section with this wind pushing from behind him to keep his board to his feet, that's the most impressive part.
Full rotation.
And into the flats, too. It wasn't like the easiest landing.
He did it at J-Bay last year. That's the move of the contest. And she was able to clout the lip. Here goes Alyssa. A stronger opening turn. That'll set her up nicely. And again, unleashes. So the two moves are rock solid on the outside section.
Steady pace to Alyssa. Let's have a look at the rip curl replay on this one, Bugs. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, she comes clean off the bottom here. This first turn, brilliant. Wow, she sent some buckets flying there. Two big turns. Now, that 6.33 for Tia was really one explosive turn. She's got incredible results here at Bells.
As we see the roll in now from Anat Lelior from Israel, tagging that section well. Strong off the bottom. Messy little section there. Didn't really have an obvious place to put her board, but she'll get out in front now for a huge wind-up and absolutely drills it. Well-timed backhand hammer from Anat Lelior. Really enjoyed it, just her pace, her timing, and even a little downtime through the mid part of this wave, Bugs.
Yeah, well, she had a little bit of whitewater to deal with there, but she sets this up absolutely beautifully. Look at the deep bottom turn, vertical, above the lip line, and she handles it so well.
I'm Jessie, joined in the booth by Rich. Love it. We're going to take you through the next 11 minutes at this heat. Jordy Smith needing to fight to get back into this one. Beautiful bowl ahead of him, lays into a great first carve here. That's a solid looking second turn. This is exactly what he's been waiting for. Oh, pumps the fist. Jordy Smith, he's loving it right now. And I feel like he waited a long time. He was looking frustrated. Now that's the Jordy Smith we know and love.
Let's have a look at the replay from a different angle here. Biggest wave of the heat so far. And Jordy just hammers the layback snap. Gets straight back on the toe side rail. Flare off the top again. And then to finish it off, a nice clean snap on a tricky little section, that lip line.
And have a look at this. Early on in the clash, we're seeing a replay here. Griffin on the outside. Dane says, thank you very much. And let's see what he does with this one flick.
Dane wanted to take it to Griff, so let's see what he can get done. Looks like he's loading up for an air, and he does. Full rotation pretty much on the opening wave in this heat. So a little snap to kind of set up. Actually, pretty much a wrap. And then absolutely loads up. Almost the full, but lands with the fins going backwards. This is just beautiful to watch from the young 19-year-old.
Wow. He is a freak above the lip.
You know, turning a great finish and things turned around for him. So let's see what Griff's got on offer.
Oh, nice deep section here as Griffin loads up. You can see what he's thinking. Goes to the air. Throws a rotation of his own. Super strong. A lot of flair in that one.
So let's see what he got done. Manages to get a nice tap out of lip here and just so smooth into this air. Very...
Molly with another chance here. Sets her rail, nice patience. Now into a clean arc there. Off the bottom and knifes that section. Got there early. What a good read from world number one.
Wow, big maneuver to finish off. But let's look at the replay. A bigger wave standing up. Comes around this first section. Molly just drives through that beautiful clean snap. Eyes off the closeout and just a full redirect at the top of the wave. And yeah, that's a make. So, you know, strong two-turn combination, great technique. Compresses, just tucks that back leg in. Watch this here. Eyesight right on the lip of that one and a real tight pivot action off the lip of that, and then she redirects and just starts heading for safety.
Potentially Lakey pulling the trigger again.
Lakey will take this wave. Key thing for Lakey, keeping Erin off of it, and let's see if she can push a score into the X-zone range. Big open face hook. Nice snap off the top. Lakey pushing hard with the fins out and will shut it down.
In the dying stages, both of our ladies getting one last opportunity. Lakey went huge on this wave, just absolutely draw that one down the face, connected really nicely on the second one. I actually think this is probably Lakey's best wave.
From start to finish, but Erin's on the wave behind. A solid wall. Nice decision making there, and an kind of a light airdroppy finish. And that was one of my favorite celebrations for Snake. It was like a nervous sort of double fist pump, hoping that it was enough.
So much grunt behind it, and then this one flick from Erin was just insane.
Oh yeah, biggest set wave. This is what we've been waiting to see from Erin. But you know what? Thoughts immediately. Lakey's improved. That means Erin's chasing even a bigger score, right? I'm looking forward to seeing, a more front-on angle from Erin's wave. It's so hard to tell.
And let's have a look at it again, Rich. What a beautiful ride.
Incredible looking wave. She drives down the line, picks the moment, gets the big open face carve with a little shimmy at the end of it. Beautiful snap on the second, and then the big closeout hammer, round things off. And the water angle here, you'll just see the tilt on the board. Really gets that heel side rail buried through that opening carve, and that transition from that second to third maneuver, just silky smooth. So you can see there, that back arm just bringing it down with the motion of that turn, holding the power all the way through it. That was a faster snap there. And the wave bottomed out underneath her, so she did well to reconnect with the fins and then get straight back up onto that closing maneuver.
It was the start and the finish.
You're watching him just grom out right now on these unbelievably beautiful conditions at Winky Pop. Pupo showing off his backhand style and trying to stay involved in this heat, maybe his best so far.
Oh, this wave was epic. He's tapping it as hard as possible. It's a bigger set wave. And then that turn, he was so late. He had no business going up.
Priority is with Miguel. Pupo needs a 7.10 to take the lead off Pitar. Starts with a high line. Wide open face, blasting the first turn well. Clean top turn. Throws it off the lip line and shuts it down.
Need something here. Let's break down what Miggy got done, because this was absolutely beautiful. I mean, any grommies out there studying backhand technique, case and point right here. This is how you do it. Upside down 3 times.
Thank you, Kaipo. It's a whole different script this year. Barron's feeling it out. He's been in the yellow jersey in the past after the first event, but now pipes the finale, which could really help him out in a world title race. Smith in motion. Beautiful time turn. One of the classic modern day Bells and Winky Pop surfers. He'll climb the finishing move and first priority. Let's start with Jordy's last wave.
Yeah, look, what I'm noticing, he's on a mayhem, so we know he's been experimental with the equipment all through last year's season. Opting for the mayhem today over at Winky, and
so spontaneous, one of the best on tour with variety. That's always been the case. His first win of his career was back in 2015 at Snapper. He's got 16 total and 2 world titles these days. Here's Leo on the speedway at Winky Pop. Great rails on a beautiful down carve hook, right back to the lip again. Third turn, a big tail release, and putting it all out there on the open face. The Italian strikes back. Let's check out the rip curl replay here.
Oh, I just scratched into this one. This thing, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is real traditional rail surfing. All the old guys right now watching this like, that is definitely how you surf, Bells and Winky. Just loving this style of surfing. And that last maneuver, I mean, are you kidding me? That was insane. For a carve, and then to have that much progression, it was almost shades of, what we saw from Ethan Ewing at Lower Trestle's finals day, the variation he was giving us on those carving maneuvers. That is what I saw here from Leo. Talk about progression and just really.
And we got Medina, who dropped a 7.27 on his first wave, up again. That's a stronger opening move here from the 3-time world champ and Olympic bronze medalist, who floats the boat, gets back out in front, drives up into the pocket, rips his board through a couple more backhand snaps before finishing with a vert on the inside. 2019 was a big world title push for both these competitors, and we're going to get back to that. But why don't you take us through this opening turn? It was beautiful.
Oh, this is beautiful surfing. Like, for me, I really connect with Gabby's flow here, and it's got that Miguel Pupo flow. I think he's got a bit more flow than Italo, but here he just links it all together so well and just absolutely freaking goes to town.
Here we go, right into some action here. Betty Lou doesn't have priority, so Alyssa Spencer cracks that first section really smooth into the second turn. Flowing right off the top and drills it. Well-paced hammer again, and she is just putting that board.
Time and time again on this one. Let's take a look at this replay here. Just lovely first turn, no muck it around. Vertical, up into it again for a second time. I particularly love, though, that speed turn. She's really got it on lock to push hard. And these guys know it. They take into consideration lineups. Winky's one of those places where you want to be at uppers and you want to be at lowers. Sometimes it's really hard to decide. So Lulu, she looks a lot more confident in her decision-making this morning.
Here we go. We've been waiting for this. Gabby Bryan, world number 3, is starting to jam, setting up that first power hack right in the pocket. Well done. Drives into a big hammer there on the open face. Loads up for an aggressive closeout finish. Textbook Gabby to push things probably into the excellent range on her opening ride.
It's been a long time for this wave, so nice composure sort of to get things started. This is the little moment you can just see her be like, okay, when am I going to attack it? This section's really going to allow me to just go into that trademark hack. So look, right now, this is just another Gabriela Bryan masterclass. I mean, it's what we're beginning to, really know her for, that super powerful hack. And look, you got to be thinking it's going up into that excellent range. It was a beautifully surfed wave, had variety too. So, oh my goodness.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you watch those 3 turns again and you got to be thinking,
Will he get there?
They can run away from you a little bit, but Medina's in position. And he fades the takeoff, wanting to set up a solid first turn. It's a clean carve off the top. Plenty of spray in that offshore breeze. He belts the second section and again hammers the lip. He's on his way to a big number here. Medina, patient with the priority, fought for it in the opening stages. And now he's looking to finish this one off on the inside. It's been a strong ride already. And it's going to be a classy finish right through to this last vertical stab at the lip. He's blowing his own mind there. And that is the ultimate start for a man chasing his first Bells title. I mean, you can't make mistakes on these quality set waves, and Medina was note perfect there, Rich. Great timing, and this second blast was the one.
Oh, have a look at this thing. Just connects perfectly with a little bit of drift. And then down the line, connects with that second and third section. The wave just sits down just for a moment here, and Gabriel just does some beautiful rail work until the wave goes again. Patiently waiting, picks his moment, and then again attacks that lip and destroys it multiple times through the inside and gets really vertical on the final hit. So really just amazing surfing here from Gabriel Medina. I love just how he stays right in that pocket power part of the wave. Drives around the section, comes up behind it, and that allows him to just come up into those sections with so much speed and power. And again, it feels like he's thudding the lip and just destroying it.
Yeah, he's so progressive. Obviously one of the most innovative surfers we've ever had on the CT, but this is where the real improvements have come for Medina. No double pump bottom turns on this ride. Really patient with the way he sized up these sections. He read it beautifully through the inside. And just where the wave is kind of laying down and there's not much in it, he has that ability to tweak that board vertical as we see some of these high impact, high quality turns on the outside.
How was the fin drift on that manoeuvre? And then this one here, again, just connects with the lip. The IC scoreboard, and it is an absolute ripper. 9 points to open the heat for Gabriel Medina. And wow, this is all the judges right up there in the excellent range.
It was a 9-point wave as well. And Medina, I don't think he forced it, Rich. He's setting the pace in this heat, so he wasn't chasing a score. So he just surfed it just on edge enough to get himself to that excellent number without risking throwing the ride or losing his footing at any point.
And here we go.
Yeah, solid set wave, maybe the biggest one Sammy's been on in this heat so far. He's got a lot of speed, chasing down the open face. This one stretching out. Well, let's see if he can get there. Here he comes, off the bottom, into the first section. Great hit there. Rips through a big rail carve and climbs up for a finishing turn, and it's dynamite. Big back-footed jam.
At the end of that ride, let's go through the replay first. So late takeoff, and he identifies that this wave, it's all happening down the line. So he basically gets through to the lowest takeoff section. Okay, now the wave slows up and just connects with that first snap to beautiful wrap. And then that final layback hack was executed perfectly, precision timing.
He is. He's going to get the ride. A magic fight back from Pupo, but Medina too strong in this instance. And he works the crowd with a rotation to finish.
And that'll be compared to Alyssa's 617, but judges are watching this. The goofy footer from California. Great start on that first section. Second turn right off the lip line. Holding her speed well, puts it in the pocket again. Nice flow there, wraps it in the pocket. Setting up the final swipe and finishes again. No mistakes for Alyssa Spencer.
Pushing on that last turn, but for me, this is my favourite wave of the heat so far. The way that she's able, it was sort of one that pushed further on the inside here, so it really ran off and it gave her a bit of a steeper wave face. It really cupped out. The turns that she did here were just done in beautiful succession. I just can't reiterate that enough. The flow between her turns is just so pleasing on the eye to watch. There's minimal downtime. It's just the way she loads up and sets the rail and just eyes off that section. It really is a masterclass of backhand surfing right now. And just knowing she needs to get the finish, she does. Really tidy.
Bryan looking to come back. A nice searing cut back to start. Punches it off the top of the wave. Throws down another finishing move to shut that one down.
So this is crucial. Gabby's chasing a 7.5 and the big couple of carves, and she really finishes strong. You can just see how hard she's pushing on those couple of last turns there. So I'm really interested to see where this number goes. This is the trademark hack. She just throws so much spray, sending buckets, and then jams it really hard in that section. And just one more time here, not an easy section to hit with all that foam, and just rides out convincingly. She really stomps that one.
We are going to get a second scoring ride. Well, the first for Isabella Nichols. Nice fan of spray. Two surfers that ride for Darren Hanley, and this one another just perfect arc for Isabella, putting her board in the perfect spot. Great timing and tempo. Puts a little more into the finish, and she will right away.
Oh my goodness, what did you see here, Ellie? This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, wow, this is amazing. This is, I'm loving seeing Bella do her thing. Started off with a huge carve here, and into another one. She's, yeah, absolutely ripping this event, and that's going to be a huge score. I didn't see Molly's 7, but wow, that looked pretty good.
Ellie, do you have a theory on why so many surfers go back-to-back at this wave? As we watch another angle of Isabella, her carves are just so clean, so precise. She's definitely figured out the system at Winky Pub.
Yeah, 100%. Bella's done so much time down here. I think, yeah, she's really put in the hard work, and that showed with her first bell last year, as we see a huge carve. She's really worked out the waves down here, and I think, yeah, she's dropping huge scores, and it's good to see.
Yeah, what a rhythm. Likes to control the start of the heat, even though Molly just got a 7.67 underneath her. She still is bringing her best and a radical finish. That was not easy to ride out of, Flick.
Oh, man. I mean, she mentioned it that she's had a little knee tweak earlier in the week. My knees were hurting for her, just watching her just kind of recover over the top of her board and just seeing how compressed she is.
Miguel Pupo.
Yeah, Miguel, speed float, lands on his toes and gets up into the pocket and just annihilates the lip, not once but twice. Now carving back, adding the extras. Good mix-up between moves, and that is going to win him the opening exchange here. Impressive stuff from the Brazilian vet. Just under 20 minutes to go, and this semi-final has come to life.
Through the inside section, And that's that moment there that I'm talking about. That tight pivot off the lip, really high up in the wave, comes straight back on the heel side rail again, and that moment right there shifts the weight back forward onto the front foot to get that little sliding moment with the tail, and then carves through that third turn, brings it all the way in, and just hammer time on this final section. And again, that really tight pivoting motion.
You know, it was only a little while ago he was sort of waiting out there and trying to connect with a set, and now he's got the rhythm and he's looking to improve on a 6.4. Unbelievable timing as he hammers down the line. That third turn is huge. The commitment, you could see it, really fanning the fins out.
Wow.
And De Souza there, he has to put the board down to applaud.
An excellent ride with priority. Gabriel takes it, drives hard off the bottom, and blows the tail, blows the lip off that the first two sections of that wave, and then the third one, that was where all the money was. He just sort of did this carving hack beautifully. Hard to do on the backhand as well. As we watch the slow-mo, technique's amazing, isn't it, Cross?
Oh, it's amazing. I really like how a lot of his waves, he's just going from turn to turn with no bobbles in between and no pumping. And that was like a carved down snap.
His hits were almost carves, or they were. And Medina sort of did a power hit to carve out of that move. Here we go, Yago. This is his last shot at it. 40 seconds to go after a 9.34. Clean start, but needs more. Needs real fireworks on this final section to get the number. He's going to go to the air, loads up, finds the section, gets the grab, he's going to stick it.
And up until that point, it was sort of like we knew he had to do everything right on this wave because it wasn't one of the biggest waves. And he did everything right on it. Just beautiful surfing on the backhand. At this point, he's just going, okay, what can I do here? And screams down the line.
Oh my gosh.
What's the grab called?
Ridiculous.
Indie backside 4-0? Like,
yeah. Just incredible. Break it down, Cross.
I mean, he surfed the wave great, and to be able to do that on that type of section with this wind pushing from behind him to keep his board to his feet, that's the most impressive part.
Full rotation.
And into the flats, too. It wasn't like the easiest landing.
He did it at J-Bay last year. That's the move of the contest.
12:45 to go in the event, in the final here for the men. So rare to have an all goofy foot clash as we look at a roll in now under priority. Miguel trying to create some space here and change his strategy. Throws down his first turn. Second one's a vertical with a fin drift. Third one is a solid power hack, putting a lot into that one.
Both these guys have just got such a good style as we look at the Stone and Wood slow-mo. So this two-turn combination here, and have a look at the upper body twist, the lower body follows, and again that action where these backsiders, watch this, the weight will transfer onto the front leg, and right at that moment there they get the tail free, it drifts around, even a little grab on the rail just to steady the board, and right at the very final moment he brings the board back around to get to that finish. But I mean, I don't think you can push that